what the hell am I looking at on this blue plate?
Well, today on Taste It Through the Grapevine.
I really wish it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I was on a short form video application and I was watching some videos and I come across this man who calls himself Goose. And in it, he had imbibed in some substances and he had eaten a lot of pickled lemons.
Oh.
So that made me go, what is that?
Interesting.
So I have ordered for us pickled lemons, and we're going to try pickled lemons.
Oddly enough, I'm not like super upset anymore because it's not going to be good.
Right. They look kind of, the way they're cut into quarters, they look like yellow slugs.
Yeah, the way
That's what upsets
that
me.
the ease in my chest that just went when you said what they were, because we didn't. So, dear listener, the way that me and Dane were introduced to this was Shazam walked in with this ominous blue plate and set it down, and it looks like 4 giant like snot boogers or like slugs or something. And you're like, oh yeah, short form video. But I'm like, oh god, I've been on there. What is this thing we're about to put in our mouths?
If you were to like do a half scoop of peanut butter and then sneeze on it, I think that's what I'm looking at.
Maybe, yeah,
That's kinda
because
what I'm
I
looking
kind of
at.
got a brown tinge to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do.
So what we're all going to do is we'll start over there with Dane. Everybody takes one in their hand, and then you don't sniff it. You don't put it near your face.
I wish that
We all
I
mouth
didn't
them
have to use my
simultaneously.
hand.
That's what makes it so much more fun.
It's dripping.
I know. It was in a jar with liquid.
Here, there's a cup right in front of you if you want to hold that cup underneath
That's
it.
fine. Oh no.
Oh, no. Okay,
I do not like the texture of
And
this.
then I end
no.
up with the plate.
Is this?
So-
Did they peel this lemon before?
No.
you eat
that's
it.
rind
You
and
eat it
all.
You
whole
eat it
hog.
whole.
Whole hog.
Oh,
all
I
right.
can-
No smelling.
So
nothing.
what? No smell, no nothing. Everybody on 3.
Why do we do taste of the
One,
grapevine? I hate this so
2,
much.
3.
I don't
now.
want to do it.
Oh, it's so bad. Oh, it's so bad.
Oh.
It tastes like Lysol. Oh, what? Tastes like it just shot pine sol or something. Holy f! Oh, that's bad.
Why not good? Oh, not like lemon things.
Like it's 2 different textures. The peel was still very peely. It didn't soften. I was still eating it like an apple. Then that whenever you bit into it, the fucking juice that shot into your mouth.
It was salt. It was salty lemon pine sol is what it's.
Some going up my nose.
The back of my tongue is still dry.
So, in case you're wondering, dear listener, what this tastes like, imagine cleaning your entire bathroom with lemon Lysol, the doors closed, the fans off, there's no windows.
And then
your
drinking the fucking contents of the bottle.
And your mouth has been open the entire time. That's kind of what it was. The rind is the worst part.
Because you have to chew. You can't just swallow it because it's so solid. You can't just like choke it down. Like I grabbed the smallest piece I could, and it
was not good.
Oh no! Who?
I don't know. It's not bad. No, I'm just kidding. It hurts. I couldn't speak the whole time.
The
It hurt.
meat of the lemon is fine. It's that peel that's just bad.
There was so much. There
bitter.
was so much salt brine trapped inside of that lemon. It was. My mouth is confused, and I spit it out because I had a cup.
I've got a slight headache behind my right eye.
The back of my tongue still feels dry and swollen.
Excellent. This is a good state to be in to like talk for the next hour. Hey everybody, I'm Dane Holland.
I'm Austin Shazam Pfeiffer.
I am Otto, the Sasquatch Cogdale.
And I'm Tiny, and lime liquid death after that was a horrible decision.
We're Nerd It Through the Grapevine. We're the podcast where four best friends gather weekly to talk about our favorite parts of past, present, and future nerd culture. Otto hit me.
Boys,
Whoa.
I have, sorry. That was the bong of concerning news. So we all know now that I have some concerning news.
Okay, go on.
Our enemy, the Raisins,
Oh, no.
have stolen. I was watching the footage this morning. I got a notification on my phone, security alert at the Grape Sack. Mm-hmm. They have stolen the Canon Bell.
What?
Yes.
Who's going to break into a strip mall studio and steal a Canon Bell?
How did they?
I don't know.
How did they crack our security measures and get into our safe?
I know the 42069 was like the solid combo that we had on it.
Yeah, no one could ever guess that.
Right.
We should change it to 69 420.
Well, now
next
that
time.
you said that,
That's really smart.
Yeah.
They'll never think of that.
Yeah, never. But I have information. Our grapes out in the universe have gotten back to me. They're holding it at their stronghold at the strip mall across town. And I've gotten news. I have a man on the inside that's giving me schematics, giving me a plan.
Is it Malcolm? You can tell us if it's Malcolm. You can tell us. He's back. We know he's back. He gave us a present in the dark place.
He did.
In the bad
A
room.
whole bag of presents.
Yeah, I can't blow any cover.
All right, that's
I
fair.
can't.
That's fair, I guess.
But so I think we should heist it. We, the four beings of power, the grapes. It's our job to get back this mystical weapon that can alter the fabric of reality and make things true or not.
So is this like Ocean Spray 11?
Yes.
Okay. Because
there's
I think they have
four
a
of
grape.
us.
I
Yeah.
think they have a grape flavored Ocean
They do.
Spray. So.
Concord Grape Ocean Spray.
They do?
This
Excellent.
is
That joke works much better than
Ocean's Grape 4.
Ocean's Grape 4.
So now we must montage. Putting
on my super suit. Putting on my
Okay,
super
We
suit.
did a lot during that.
Yes. Just use your imaginations. We're all wearing matching sequin heist jumpsuits now.
And mine, it has the most rubber you could possibly imagine.
Yes.
Even the sequins are made of rubber.
Exactly.
It's very impressive.
I'm not wearing hockey pants.
My bipples have their own bipples.
So now that we are sitting outside of the strip mall across the street where our dreaded enemy Raisins are, our first thing that we must get past is
We are sitting in a VCV.
Yes, we are in the van. It's a bitchin' van. Has a cool wizard
Yeah.
wizard mural on the side.
It's my van.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty cool.
Smells like turkey in here.
Sometimes,
Right.
sometimes it gets nasty in here, and by that I mean, you know,
We know.
So
With a turkey.
the Raisins, they know that
wasn't
we're
me. That was another man that took my van and did very bad things.
To a frozen turkey.
It was mostly thought.
was it?
It had
After
to
he's
have been
done
at
with
that
it,
point. I'm sure when he was done, it was half cooked.
Anyway, we threw the turkey out.
It's gone.
Yes. There are 3 guards at the gate. They're expecting us. There's 1 by the gate and 2 by the door. How should we get past them? What do we think?
Do I know any of them? Like, have we met?
I mean, if you conversate with Raisins,
Right.
like probably.
Okay. Well,
Like-
then again, I mean, if I went to high school with any of them, I won't remember
Right.
any of
Well, I mean,
them.
and these are also like low level goons. Like they're
Okay.
all
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
matching masks, hat, and sweater shirts.
Right.
All with just different they're level 1 Batman goons.
Do they have like beards or like stubble or anything like that?
No, because the Raisins don't believe in beards.
Of course they don't.
course
Right.
Bunch
No,
of idiots.
it's all clean shaven.
Can I won't even say can I. This is what I'm going to do.
Okay, what are
like,
you gonna do?
Right off the bat. How far away are we from them? Like not very far, kind of in the
We
parking
are-
lot?
Yeah, we're at the end of a parking lot, so I'd say about 20 yards.
Well,
Okay.
have they noticed us? That's
No.
the main question right
I mean,
now.
it's hard to miss the bitchin' van that we have.
Right.
But, like, I mean, we haven't made our presence known yet. They just see a cool van in the parking
yeah,
lot.
yeah, as one does.
Right.
Okay.
I I get out of the van,
Okay.
the sliding side door, of course. I
Right.
mean, does it have 2 sliding doors? Can we have a sliding door on both sides?
Mine's got barn doors on the side.
Barn. Ooh, cool. I like that too. Because you
So-
can use those as weapons going down the road if you need to. You can
Yeah.
Right.
bop somebody with it. But I want to get out and then open the hood and Tiny. Actually, I need all 3 of you guys to like blow a vape cloud to the front of the van. Do we have any Foley for that?
Sure.
Tiny?
Well, hold on. We have to describe the van a little bit. It is, if anybody's curious,
Not everyone is.
it's a 1983 E150 brick nose Econoline.
Mwah. The perfect
The
vehicle
perfect-
ever made, from what I
Yes,
understand.
yes.
Okay.
So,
Okay. I need you
Vaping.
guys to. Okay, so there's a lot of smoke now coming out from the hood when I've opened the hood, and I open it up, and then that happens, and I go beans, gosh, dang it, shoot, beans.
So
Just to get there, because now they look over and now they
Right.
see me with a big smoking.
yeah, they see a gentleman in distress.
Yeah.
right. So the one by the door, like you can definitely tell he's like the lowest of the low. He has
Okay.
the least stripes on his striped raisin sweater.
Okay.
He comes over kind of like just because it's more of like an annoyance of like, oh, what are they doing in our parking lot? You know, like we don't like people over here, so we got to like shoe moist. But he is coming over to you, and the other 2 are kind of half paying attention.
Okay. Are they staying where they are?
Yes.
All right. Good. So we're starting to split them up already.
Okay.
This is excellent.
So, while that's happening, I'm going to exit the driver's side door
Okay.
in the sexiest of manners.
He is both confused and aroused.
Ooh.
I am swinging my hips more than typical.
Don't be too sexy because then I won't be
Yeah,
paying attention
I'm-
to what
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
doing. So there's
It's-
like a line you got to.
It's like a gentle sway. So in the middle, I'm gonna scratch my nuts,
Okay.
Right,
there
or
we go.
something,
Got it.
to kind of break some of it up. So I'm being sexy,
Right.
But I'm making it look like that's just how I am, and I'm not trying to entice.
Right.
I'm
Because
kinda
I
playing
assume
hard to get.
we're also in disguises. Like we
Oh,
have
absolutely.
our heist masks on,
Do I have a heist mask on when I did it?
Yeah. It looks like a person mask. I assumed it was like you
Oh,
can choose
like
your
another
mask.
human?
Yeah. You
Okay,
stole
I want to look
someone-
like Tiny.
Okay.
I want a mask that looks like Tiny.
So are we wearing masks that are like Mission Impossible style masks where you put them on and you take the full face of somebody else?
Yeah, it's like face off. Like you put another face on because we have the technology.
I was thinking like president style mask.
I mean, if you
like
want to
the
do
Nixon
that,
masks,
you can always
yeah.
do different.
yeah.
I
was
feel like
gonna-
we can all choose our own mask.
I was gonna go with a JFK.
Okay. Okay.
I probably can I still have a Tiny mask on though? Can I please?
Yeah, you can.
Because Tiny and I, we're built different, right?
Yeah.
We're built different. So when they
By
see
that
Tiny's
we mean
face,
incorrectly.
correct. When they see Tiny's face on my body, they don't think, oh, that's Tiny.
Yeah, they're
of the
like,
Grapes.
clearly that's not Tiny.
That's somebody that's impersonating him. Okay.
I'm wearing a white wig along with this and a Susan Sarandon mask.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yes. So now they're seeing a 6'2", 250-pound Susan Sarandon, and that's just all they need. And I look over to the guards who are now looking at Dane, and I say, "Boys, boys, you think you might be able to help my poor grandson out? It seems his van's gone and busted, and I just can't seem to get to my doctor's appointment here in a little while because his van's busted. You guys got a restroom I could use somewhere in that building or anything like that?"
The window's just like rolling up as he's still talking. Like, so it's just, it's just fading off into the distance.
So
Open up the door. You hear what I said?
another guard points at the next lowest guard. It's a 3-tier hierarchy, The next lowest guy on the flagpole is motioned to go over there. So now you have 2 guards approaching you. One's a little bit closer, coming up to Dane. The other one is probably going to come up to the driver's window, or the window whichever Austin was speaking out of.
Passenger side.
Passenger
window.
side window.
I still hadn't got out yet.
Right, and if anyone's wondering what I'm wearing, it is a neon green curly-haired wig and a bandit mask, and that is my disguise.
I like that. It's
Right.
like a new character from McDonald's, but like an
Right,
edgy
it's
one.
like the
Yeah.
Hamburglar, but he fell into like green instead of red.
The goo burglar.
The goo burglar.
He's here for your goo.
But if you say goo burglar, it says the word goober in it.
It does.
Right.
And that's why I like it more.
Goo burglar.
Well, and it throws them off because it makes them think that I'm a goober.
Right.
but really I'm not.
You're
I'm
a genius.
specialist.
Goo burglar. Goo.
Okay.
It's really close to
So-
goober gobbler.
We have 2 guards on the way now. One is under the hood with Dane, trying to figure out what is smoking, and the other one is coming up to the passenger window. What shall we do?
Well, I'm going to look at the one under the hood,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to say to him, in like the most seductive voice that I can, "Hey, do you think it's possibly the head gasket, Daddy?"
He's just, ignore him. He just misses his father. He died at a young age.
He went out for cigarettes and milk.
And he didn't ever come back because he died. And it was sad. But he just ignore him. Or you could talk to him. He's friendly. Real friendly.
So I will roll some dice to see if this guard how he's going to react to Tiny's advances. Evens is no, odds is yes.
Okay.
So now we're leaving this up to chance.
Whose chance?
The rapper. It was odds, so he's into it.
Oh.
He's interested.
You're going to need to roll to see if I am as well, because I'm under the hood too. And this is the kind of thing to where he did not hold back.
Well, Dane.
He threw daddy at us.
Would you say that you have resistance to Tiny's things, or do you think you have?
I have experience being around it, I
Okay,
would say.
so
So I would have advantage
Yes.
to not be caught under the spell.
So I rolled odds more than us. So you are also captivated, even with
Dadgummit.
your thick skin.
Yeah.
The raw sex appeal of Tiny,
Right.
is just too much for you.
I knew that was going to get us in trouble this entire time.
Right.
Well,
So we have
now-
one distracted.
Right.
Is nobody attracted to the grandmother from Tammy?
Well, were you trying to be seductive to the? Were you trying to be seductive to the guard, or were you just?
I don't know. My ankles are swollen. Sorry, I'm really into this character.
You look into the van with all the windows up, and there's just an old woman just babbling out loud.
I'm reaching into my bag of heist gear, and I'm trying to knit with some of the cord we can use as like.
I have to look at Tiny, and I have to turn away from the other guard as he's approaching me under the hood. And I have to look
Right.
at Tiny, and I have to give like the tone down symbol. Like I just kind of point downward, and I go, "You're gonna have to tone it down a bit."
At the hand signal, I completely misinterpret it because, and I'm like, "Hey, I got some bologna sandwiches in the back. Do you want one?"
Okay.
'Cause the goal is to get him to the back of the van.
Right.
Okay.
So he's into it. You already have him under your spell.
Yeah, I'm trying to
So
entice him to
he's
come
gonna
to
follow
the
you.
rear. Yeah.
The other guy is not. Sadly, he is not interested in the grandma from Tammy. But
That's sad.
you do have him distracted enough to where he's not paying attention to what's going on around him. So you now have both of them distracted by the side of the van, facing away from the third guard. What will you do?
Well, I have to be walking with the other guard. I'm currently caught under the spell.
Right.
So I'm also approaching the back of the van with the other guard.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna mime this hand motion
Uh-huh.
to Dane
Mm-hmm.
that as soon as the doors are opened, we're gonna smash his head in the back of the van
Okay.
and knock him unconscious, and then we're gonna throw him into the van.
Okay. Are you going?
That's the hand motions I'm making to Dane,
Right.
kind of behind the guard's back.
Which we went through these specific hand motions
Oh,
before
yeah.
the
I mean,
mission,
that was
by
in
the
the
way.
montage.
We have our own sign language
Yes.
worked out. It's GSL.
Yes. And it's grape sign language.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a
and
lot of
it's
finger motions, you know.
plenty.
And I wasn't privy to this, so I'm just confused over there watching it all take place in the passenger seat.
Oh, hell, you guys gonna get back here and beat his meat? Is that what's happening? Are you gonna
Beat his bologna.
So
Are you guys gonna get that poor boy back there and toast his smoked bologna?
the one that is caught under the charm of Tiny is very excited now and is almost walking a little bit faster to the back of the van. Whereas the one that's more just annoyed and distracted, you have his full attention, Austin. Like he's looking, he may not see what's going on. So we could do a double takedown.
Well,
I tell you what, young man, I thank you so much for paying attention to us out here. we're on a road trip for me to get the doctor. It's still a little ways away. We got a traveling potty in the back of this van that I'm just not strong enough to lift, and I've really got to go. There's a curtain and everything. You care to help me out, young man? Because these other boys, they're trying to fix this car. Yeah, I can't. Would you care to help me, sir?
He will, in his most upset of, I don't want to have to do this, but like, I just want to get him out of the parking lot. Fine. Let's go.
Get her out of the parking lot. I'm Susan Sarandon.
No. Get them as in like everyone. He just wants everyone out of the parking lot.
She'll accept this.
Right. he meant no well, I mean, he kind of meant a little disrespect because he's not exactly friendly right now, but so now they're both walking towards the back of the van. One is under charm and the other one is under annoyance.
As soon as the doors open, and we got to give them enough time to have the open-eyed, there's
Right.
no sandwich or toilet back here.
Yeah.
And I am the one that knocks out the one that was under Tiny Spell because it's out of fury that there is also someone else going for Tiny's love when I of course deserve it more. So I smash them.
And then I will come in from the other side.
Yes.
As he turns and slam his head
Okay.
into the van.
My
And-
head?
No, the other guard's head.
Oh, okay.
No.
What about the one who's over there just standing in front of the door?
I mean, we're on
The
the
doors
opposite,
are open.
we're on the opposite side of
Yeah.
the van. He doesn't see what's going on. Right. So,
He hears what he thinks to be the sounds of bologna sandwich consumption.
right.
In my moment, are they both knocked out?
Yeah, they're both knocked out. We pull them into the back of the van.
Back of the van.
And I will
Yes.
tell you, I got to stay here. I have in-loop cameras so I can see and watch over you guys.
Do we have earpieces? Are you in our
Yes.
ears?
Oh, yeah. Well, of course you have
Okay.
earpieces.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
well, that was a stupid
I will
question. I'm sorry.
be your guide.
Yeah.
So I will stay in the van, watch the outside, and lead you through the way.
In our adventurers pack, we do have a Sharpie, yes?
Yes.
Oh, of course we have a Sharpie. Another dumb question, I'm sorry.
Right.
So in this moment, I feel like I'm snapped out of Tiny's trance at this moment because of the loud noise, all the action.
Right.
I want to take off my Tiny mask, and I'm going to Sharpie the other person's, a couple of the other person's features, one of the guys we knocked out on the mask, and I'm going to put the mask back on.
Okay.
So I'm like, I want to look like one of them.
Okay. So I will.
How good is it?
Let's see.
Is it like third grade finger paint, or is it like I went to art school?
It's like senior high school level. Like, not bad.
I'll take that.
It's okay. If it's just like quick glances, like
Yeah.
people probably won't notice.
Yeah.
But now you do look a little bit more like one of the guards.
Like I'm good enough that everyone knows I'm going to art school, but they also know I'm never going to make any money.
Right. They're like, he's in
Perfect.
art
I got
school,
it.
but
Yeah.
like he needs it.
I know my motivation now. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry. I pulled off my JFK mask and flipped it inside out. And now it's a Dakota Fanning mask. Ooh. I've got the mask of multiple sides.
Understandable. It's the only one that I equipped. You don't want to know who the other person is.
Okay.
So you got them in the back of the van.
Yes, they're tied up, detained. They are no longer a problem. The only problem we have now is there is one guard
Right.
still snubbed, and he's a little concerned now because he did hear some rustling.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like peeking around. He doesn't know what's going on.
I need to put on the uniform that the other one was wearing too when I put
Okay.
on the mask. Is that okay?
So yeah, you're going full. Funny enough, one of them is exactly your same measurements.
I knew it.
It's crazy how that works out.
I knew it. So what I know I could have just done the old like cut the face off, put it over my face, but I don't think I want
It's
to go
too
with
much
that. This
work.
is
We don't
me
have that
doing this,
time.
right?
Yeah.
This
Right,
is
right.
still me. This is still some reality in it. I want to walk my way over to the other guard
Okay.
as his buddy.
So let's see if he notices
I would love to see.
what's happening.
Yeah.
So he rolled a 4, so that's pretty high. He knows you're not him.
Nuh-uh.
Like he's like,
I used a Sharpie.
I know, but he's surprised.
Okay.
He's not hitting any alarm bells yet, but
Okay.
he's definitely telling you to stop.
I go towards the man who has now noticed,
Okay,
and I am still Susan Sarandon.
right.
Oh, young man, we were supposed to go to a doctor's appointment today, and this van broke down. Your friends were trying to help us. They're back there under the hood trying to... Oh, shit, you're supposed to be one of the friends. I'm having a heart attack!
I grab my chest as Susan Sarandon, and I go running towards him with one of my hand on my chest, my left hand on my chest, my right hand reaching out, and I grab a hold of his sweater. Help me! Help me! I'm having a heart attack, young man! Help me!
You have startled him. He is not going to be able to move for the next little bit because he's in pure shock of the display of what just happened in front of him. So, Tiny, you have an opening if you would like.
So I, as Luke Bryan, come running around the van, and I'm gonna go, Grandma, no! And as I run up, because I see my grandmother having this heart attack. I mean, I know it's a ruse,
Right.
but I'm getting in position behind the guard, and I'm punching him as hard as I can in the back of the head.
So he looks and says, "Oh shit, is that Luke Bryan?" And then it just goes dark for him, and he falls like a sack of potatoes. So now you're able to go into the guard tower.
Hold on, I have to roll for artistry. Dane, can I borrow your Sharpie?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a wiener on this guard's face.
Oh no.
It's not a great one. The balls are way too big. The dick has a weird curve to it, kind of like football shaped. But like it's there. It's not great. You got a 1.
They'll never think an adult drew it on him, so we're good. Like,
Yeah.
it's a good thing that you
Right.
didn't draw
So
a very good
I
one.
look at Dane as Brad Pitt from Inglourious Bastards and say, "You know how you get to Carnegie Hall, right? Practice."
I wish you guys would have taken me to the Halloween shop when you got all these masks.
This is one
Because
mask
I'm so-
with many sides.
That's the thing. I didn't get to pick any of them. I just have one of you from my shrine at the house.
The thing is, when I turn it inside out, who knows what it's going to be? It just has so many sides.
New
Right.
tech, man. It's so good. So I want to take that Sharpie back, and I want to make it look a little like the guy we just took out. So like, just a little more Sharpie on top of the other Sharpie. Am I getting in a better place, or am I getting in a worse place?
Still solid.
Still, it's
a
like
3.
it's a little better
It's
now.
a 3. Yeah, it's a little better. Like
Okay.
you're a junior year art student, college art student. You know.
Nice.
So we are ready to now go into the guard tower.
Right. You find whenever you knock this guard out, as if in a video game, a floating key card comes bouncing out of him with a notification ping around it, a circle and an arrow pointing down to it.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Right. So you get the key card.
Perfect.
And now you have access
I have a purse.
to the building.
Oh yeah, perfect.
I have a purse.
Susan can hold it because
Right.
she has a purse.
Yes, she can.
So the next thing you come up to when you first walk into the building is a guard thing. A little guard room.
Guard thing.
And
It's very technical.
Oh, honey, it's a guard thing.
sorry, I got distracted while I was in the van, kind of like vibing out to my headphones, and like guard thing. Yeah, there's you got to disable the security cameras.
Okay.
So you slip into the guard room, and you see a panel with a bunch of buttons on it. How do you figure out how to turn the camera off?
Well, boys, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I just don't think Susan Sarandon's well suited for this job. We're going to have to turn this mask inside out.
And now I'm Carl Urban.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oi. Looks like we've got some place that we've got to kill these cameras, you dumb twats.
Do we have a black light on us? Was that in our adventure pack or no?
Yeah, I'd say we have. If it has been a tool in a heist movie at some point, I'd say we have it.
We
on us.
probably have it all with us.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
because we've studied all of the heist movies
Okay.
before this.
I want to take out my black light and I want to hold it over the buttons to check and see which ones that seem maybe used the most, because I'm guessing in this guard thing they've got to be eating like sandwiches with mayo on them and stuff, and I feel like that would leave some residue. Doritos. I think there would be some residue that the black light could possibly pick up.
So you're able to. You can tell that it's kind of a 4-button sequence to turn off. To turn the video cameras off, to like make it to where like they won't be able to see us moving around.
Okay.
You were able to have with most certainty 2 of the buttons, Dan. One of them you kind of don't know. Another one you have a little bit more of a feeling about, but you're only for fairly certain on 2 of those buttons. So you'll have to like mill around, look for some more clues around, because there's like a desk in there, there's a locker. Like you can tell this is like a guard ready station kind of.
Okay.
So I, as Zach Baggins, pull a spirit box out of my pocket.
Bagans. Zach
And-
Bagan.
Yeah, from Ghost Adventures.
He's not a hobbit.
He is.
He's not a
It's
hobbit.
Baggins. He's a hobbit.
It's Bagan.
But no,
We
you
all
don't
know who it
understand,
is.
because this mask is Zach Bagans as he would have been in the Tolkien universe. So it
Yeah.
is Zach Baggins.
Yeah. So I asked the spirit box, hello, is there anyone there? Am I the only one here? What's the button combinations?
Boy, I'm right here behind you.
Shut up, I'm asking ghosts.
So the ghost, you do hear something. You scans through the channels. You hear a muddled thing of, what do you want?
I want the button sequence.
That's what a ghost box sounds
Oh,
like
okay,
the entire
thank you.
time. All it does is shuffle through radio static until you hear words. So
Excellent.
It'll tell you one of them. It's not really happy that it's time to tune in right here. Now, it takes a lot of energy from a ghost to do that. But he is saying, well, the guards have a bunch of papers on the desk in the top drawer that has some stuff on it. Maybe it'll be in there. And then he says, don't bother, don't call this number again, and goes away.
Out of my rage in the back of the van in the dueling lust for Tiny, did I accidentally kill the guard and this is his ghost like already?
No.
Okay,
You can
good.
tell
Whew.
in this strip mall, some bad things have happened in this strip mall.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't like our nice one on like Uptown.
Yeah.
This is like back end of downtown strip
I
mall.
mean, yeah, if it's got a guard tower, it can't be a good strip mall.
Right.
Okay.
Especially with a guard thing inside of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So we don't recognize this ghost.
No, it's just generic. When you look above it, it just says ghost person on his name tag above it.
Generic ghost person number 5.
Okay. So
Right.
that appears above him. Okay.
Yeah, like you have a feeling you may see this player model a couple more times if you go a little bit further down.
Okay. We don't have a lot of assets. We have to reuse some of
Right.
them. Yeah. Okay. So he told us.
Top desk drawer. There's
Okay.
sometimes some important papers in there.
Gotcha. I go to the top desk drawer and I open it.
It's locked.
I try to open it. Since I didn't get to open it, I got to try.
Right.
Do I have any keys on me since I took the uniform of one of the guards?
You do find a key on you.
Yeah.
But it looks a little bit more like a locker key. But this is just like a IKEA wooden desk.
Right.
So there's some prying tools you can probably like bust the lock open on.
Okay.
I reached into my bag, which is my purse, because
Right.
I'm Carl
still
Urban.
got the
I'm
purse.
Carl Urban holding Susan Sarandon's purse.
Right.
So I reach into the purse and I pull out a flathead screwdriver.
Okay.
I go to the drawer, and where the lock is, underneath it, I try to pry the drawer open from next to the spot where the lock is holding it in place.
You hear a crack and a pop.
And that's just me bending over. sorry, guys.
And then the drawer comes open. And inside of the drawer, you see 2 sheets of paper. One is a receipt from his lunch. He had a Taco Bell $5 box with a medium Baja Blast, and he had all the meat removed from the 5-layer burrito and extra beans.
Embarrassing.
Right.
Embarrassing.
And then the other one is one more of the letter combination. So now you know for fair certainty you have 3 of the buttons that need to be pressed. You only have one other thing to find out. But there is also a locker.
That seems like the last place that we should look.
I've got a key to a locker.
You do.
I'm mosey.
Or
Like
or
real
you.
slow, like too slow. Like you guys are like, why is he moving so slow? We're kind of in a rush, but I'm like taking my time.
Right.
I
So
just don't feel like running yet.
there are 3 lockers because there were 3 guards,
Yes.
Environmental storytelling.
Right.
And you have to find out which one it is.
Ah, jeez.
So I, as Winston Churchill, light a cigar and I blow some cigar smoke towards the lockers. And whichever one it concentrates the most around, I say, I think it's that one.
be it.
That one must be
Churchill
it.
did have witch powers.
So it concentrates around one all the way to the right.
Okay.
Dane, if you would like to try your key, you realize.
I'm going to try. I'm going to guess that this key is kind of like a lockpick in Skyrim, and if I do the wrong one, it may break. Do I have to be very gentle?
It doesn't break, but it doesn't go. You can tell this is not the right locker. So you have 2 more lockers you can check out.
Try the middle locker. I mean, what's it going to hurt?
Well, we don't know if these things are rigged to go
true.
an alarm off if we get it wrong.
When you open the middle locker.
Open the middle locker? I did it?
Yes, the key opened up for it. You find a gun.
Yeah!
You find a you find a Beretta 9mm pistol with 15 rounds of ammunition in it, and the paper telling you how to turn off the dummy's guide to turning off security cameras. Because this guard, he was new. This is like in his starting manual. You can tell this is like his first or second day.
Yeah.
And this was in his welcome packet. So you're now able to go off to the thing.
So Carl Urban grabs the handgun and puts it into Susan Sarandon's purse.
I still have, for whatever reason, I had a fantasy setting in my head, even though we've done nothing that has to do with that. And just when you said a gun, I don't know, it tickled me.
Right.
So yeah, now the gun's got a good place to hide away, and we've got the coordinates, and not coordinates, but the proper code to
I got
turn
the
off.
code.
Right.
I'm going to turn the code off, but I'm going to move a little faster this time.
Right. So you turn off the code.
Beep, boop, boop, beep.
And then you hear a knock at the door.
Ah, jeez.
And it's another guard. He says, "Hey, what's going on in there?" Because he heard there was some rustling going around. He was wondering, a lot of shuffling of papers. You know, he has a keen ear.
I switch my mask back around to Susan Sarandon, and I walk over to the door.
He says, "Oh, what are you doing in here, miss?"
Oh, honey, I thought this was the bathroom. Is this not the bathroom? You had those stalls in the back of the room over here.
No. How did you get in here?
The other nice man let me in here to use the restroom. Is this not the restroom?
No. Here.
Will you show me where the restroom is then? I about made a mess in here. I'm not done.
So, as disgruntled as he can be of, for one, realizing that his subordinates have let someone into a security room, he just, with the kindness of Susan Sarandon, he can't be mean to her.
Honey, we're going to have to hurry.
So he shuffles you over to the bathroom that's on the other side of the lobby. But his full attention is he was a Boy Scout, so he's holding Susan Sarandon's grandma hand to the bathroom.
And it seems oddly young mannish too. Like it's a not very wrinkled hand. That's odd. Very weird.
Yeah,
The hairiest of knuckles.
Oh, I noticed that you noticed how smooth and hairy my hand was. Money ages differently, honey.
So Tiny and I are left in the room as our Susan Sarandon is being taken to the restroom.
I look at Dane as Emma Stone and say, maybe we should just push the buttons in that order and just see if it does it while he's got him distracted.
Right. So it does. You see in a very oddly like telling the audience. You see on the screens cameras shutting down, and it all as you see all the cameras go dark.
Excellent.
Right. So
Mission success. I go over the earpiece. I said, we did it. We're mission successful, complete. We're headed home.
So I, as Kevin Smith, say, do you think that caused the guards to have some discord? There's a link in our description. Go down there, click on it, become part of the Backyard Bonanza. We're on there live, uncut, uncensored, irrevocably circumcised. And I say all of this over the microphone.
And I in the van are thinking, well, can't go home yet, but thanks for the plug. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got to get the Canon Bell. Did I happen to see it on any of the monitors whenever we had the screens on?
There was. You can tell that a little bit down the hallway, there's going to be a staircase you'll go down.
Okay.
And you'll have to get past.
Is there an elevator instead? Can I just do an elevator instead?
No, it's not
fine.
a nice strip mall.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not handicap accessible. So
okay. Of course it's not, jerks.
Right. So, but Shazam, now you have an issue.
What's my issue?
The guard he's waiting for you to come out of the bathroom so he can kind of shuffle you down the hallway.
Okay, so what happens is
I say, honey,
I'm in the stall.
Right.
He's waiting outside the stall.
Yes.
honey, I'm having a little bit of trouble. It's been such a long day. You care to help me up off of this toilet? I am so. I've got hand sanitizer right here in my bag. I'm going to use it on my hands real quick so you don't got to touch my nasty hands. Here, hold on.
Oh.
So, all right, now, honey, if you don't care, coming on in here helping me off this toilet.
I switch my mask around, and he
comes in because he's just like, I just need to get her out of here. You know, I'm on break after this. Just need to get her out of the room.
Oi, not who you were expecting. And I take the gun and I punch him in the face with the barrel of the gun. I don't shoot him, but I punch him in the face with the barrel of the gun.
Pistol whip.
Pistol whip that.
He, in a moment of like just split second confusion of everything that just happened to him, he gets hit, drops, and now he's around your feet in the stall.
And then, of course, I start stomping his head. I'm Carl Urban. So it's only about 4 or 5 good stomps to the head, and just to make sure he's not moving. But as I said, I'm Carl Urban. I stomped his head.
There's not an okay amount of blood pooling around the bottom of the stall currently.
Is there anything on that body now that's on the ground that looks like it would be of use to me?
So you did get another key card. This one is blue instead of yellow. So you feel like if there's a yellow door, you may be able to get into that one.
So I asked Barbara Walters, come out and go, Susan, are you okay in there?
Oi, not Susan right now. Switch my mask back around.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
So I got nervous.
Well, I had to take care of some business in more way than one. I actually peed while I was in there.
And I will come over the intercom, be like, I suggest maybe putting a wet floor sign or something in front of that so no one else sees the corpse. I heard a lot of crunching sound from him, so we don't want to have anyone else coming in there.
We don't tell Carl what to do. He's got a mind of his own. Here, I'll just put this bucket in front of the door.
And I slide one of the janitor buckets that's clearly going to be sitting in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Roll that janitor bucket and set it in front of the door.
Nobody's going to walk in there with
With
it.
crudely Sharpie out of order on the door.
I'm glad I brought that Sharpie.
Right. So you make your way down the hall, and as you walk, you see a yellow door.
But wait, didn't you just get a yellow key card?
I bet this will work.
Inside, you find a room that has like 3 health packs, ammo refills, a save point, and also a helicopter hat that when you put it on, it allows you to levitate.
Like Go-Go Gadget style?
2 feet off the ground.
We're going to have to probably like paper, rock, scissors for this thing.
Right.
I don't do heights or depths,
Okay, so you're out.
so I'm out.
Susan?
Also, I'm Idris Elba now.
Oh, jeez.
Here we go.
That's awesome.
Okay.
I'm so glad he's with
Rock,
us.
paper, scissors. Let's go. Scissors.
I got him.
Oh,
I got him with the scissors.
Are
I
we
got
going
him.
to do 2 out of 3? Or are we
No,
gonna
it's one.
Is it 1 or 2 out
It's
of 3?
one.
2 out of 3 is
It's
everything
one.
else. 2 out of 3.
No.
Do it.
do 2 out of 3?
No.
Do it. He
I
said.
win.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
You don't scare me, Susan.
Watch out, Carl Herbing.
I really hope he doesn't.
There's worse.
So,
I am now Inspector Grape It.
right. So you have your propeller hat that allows you to float 1 to 2 feet off of the ground.
Excellent.
You're all at full health and full ammo.
Yes.
You proceed down more the hallway and you find another blue door.
I've not touched the ground yet, by the way. Like, I'm only floating.
Right.
I refuse to walk for the rest of this mission.
Well, and the thing with it is also you don't have a lot of forward momentum.
Right.
It's kind of like space floating, so you have to be pulled.
Yeah, they got to pull me.
Right.
Definitely.
Come
you-
on.
I'm more of a hindrance at this point,
You're
but
a
I'm
Dane
having a
Loon
really
at this point.
Yes, I'm having a good time, though.
Right. So you go through you use the blue key card on the blue door,
Okay.
and you see there's a hallway with a laser grid that you must find a way to get around or turn off. Because there is a big, comically large red turn off button at the other end of the hallway through these 4 rows of crisscross lasers.
Well, I mean, I can't. I can't
So-
touch the ground.
So it's just a singular button across the room with crisscross lasers?
Yes, there's like
I can get that.
There's a crisscross like laser grid pattern that's big enough to where like people probably won't be able to get through this.
So I, as Howie Mandel, as we all know, I can't touch anything. So I can make it through these lasers.
Yes.
using my pixie sticks to show, because I'm blowing pixie stick candy.
Right.
Yeah.
To show where the lasers are. So as Howie Mandel, I think I can do it.
Which means you believe.
Yeah,
that you
because
can do
I
it,
am
and that is-
embodying
yeah, right.
the spirit of Howie Mandel
Okay.
Right.
and his ability to not touch anything.
Does he get to do like cartwheels and stuff? That's a lot of fun when you get to
Right.
do like cartwheels and
Yes,
stuff
but
over the
his hands
lasers and
never touch
things.
the ground.
It depends.
Right.
Are you going to try to acrobatics go through this or slow go through this?
Acrobatics. Come on, it's Howie Mandel.
Okay, because that will be harder.
It's Howie frickin' Mandel.
And we have 16 bullets.
Yeah.
If
If
somebody
nothing
comes
else,
in
we'll
here.
just shoot the lasers.
Yeah. Yeah, shoot.
I've
Lasers
never-
won't know what they had coming.
They won't know what hit them.
Okay, so let's see how Howie Mandel acrobatics through this laser grid. So it's 4 rows, so I'm going to roll 4 times.
Okay.
If you roll below a 2 or below, you hit it and trip an alarm.
Okay.
Or something else that'll happen. You get through the first one
Yes.
with a perfect
Yes.
somersault because you got a 4.
Ooh.
The second one, a pretty good back handspring. So you got a 3.
Dang.
So you passed 2 of them. You have 2 more grids of lasers.
I'm
to
just
walk
watching you
through.
move as a gazelle.
I know, it's just beautiful.
But you got a 1. Just the back handspring. You go to do another one to turn it into a double back
You
handspring.
got cocky. He got cocky.
And
My
you,
mask slipped off and then slipped back on, and I became Henry Winkler.
and you just
And all the
right
acrobatics
through
left
it,
my body.
and all of a sudden you hear, "Burn, burn."
I pull the gun out of Susan Sarandon's purse, as well as what appears to be another mask. I pull my Susan Sarandon / Carl Urban mask off, and I put the other mask on my face as Jeff Goldblum. I aim the gun at the button, and I say, "Lead finds a way," and I pull the trigger to shoot the button.
So we go into slow motion bullet time. You see the hammer, him pulling the trigger, the hammer dropping, firing the bullet. The bullet goes through the gun with the rifling.
So we have a Hollywood gun.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was a Hollywood gun. It automatically turns everything into bullet time, but also you can only see it as the bullet. So we're flying through the air. The camera pulls in,
15-shot revolver.
I love it.
and it gets through the first round of lasers. Gets through the second round, and it blasts right through the third and the fourth,
You did it.
nailing right into the button and somehow turning it off because it pushes the button like it slows down and click, click, and the button turns off.
It was a flat bullet. It was one of those like the really wide flat bullets. It gets wider the longer it flies.
Well, you look
Was
at
it a pellet gun and we just didn't realize?
I've seen them.
Well, I mean, when you look at it, the casing kicks out and it says Bollywood bullet. So you knew that reality and physics do not matter. But the alarm is still blaring. So now we must run.
Dang it! Can one of you guys pull? Can one of you guys tug me along? Can I grab onto like the purse and you like pull me like that, please?
So in an attempt to become more athletic, I flipped my mask inside out again, and now I'm John Voight. So I have become the opposite of more athletic.
Do you just have a list of actors pulled up on your phone?
I've got a randomizer.
He's got the mask of wonders.
the wonders.
He's got the mask of wonders.
I wonder if you had the International Movie Database pulled up and we're just going through different actors.
No, it's called bestrandoms.com.
That could have been anything, honestly.
It has options to make it a random anything.
So
I grabbed one of the lasers off the wall. Because I'm guessing it was
Right.
just a bunch of like Dollar Tree laser pointers that have like little things sticking on the buttons,
I
like
mean-
3D printed things.
yeah, there was one of those as like a replacement, but some of them were like you as you were looking at it, you were real lucky because the last one was actually just like a laser cut you in half grid.
Oh, like a lightsaber kind of
Right,
thing. Yeah.
right.
Okay. Well, I wish
But-
I would have grabbed that one, but instead I grabbed the one from the Dollar
So
Tree.
you do have a laser pointer now.
Dang it. All right. Well,
So-
that's good though.
You run in through the room.
Okay.
It's weird because it turns from like basement of a mall where it's like very stone and like exposed piping almost to like a secret base. The walls are white and shiny. And you walk into a room and you see in the middle of it, sitting on a pedestal, is the Canon Bell. But you hear a voice from behind you. It's Malcolm. He took the bell. He goes.
Why would he do
He says,
this?
"I can't do Malcolm's
No,
voice."
you could try if you'd like.
I
you could
honestly
try
don't
evil
wanna,
Malcolm's
I don't want to
voice.
invite that power. And you hear a voice from him that says, "Well, well, well. If it isn't the grapes, you know, you guys haven't always been the nicest to me, Dane.
My sweet boy.
You were nice to me, but you let the others go."
I tried.
And they, I tried to be nice. I even made friends with the spiders you put me in that box with. And I left you a present earlier, which I guess you didn't watch the videotape. I put in a lot of work in that. There's a lot of editing. Now how hard it is to edit a VHS.
We don't have a VHS player, Malcolm. We have to find one.
Don't even have the courtesy of watching the tape.
We're going to watch it.
So it hurt me. These 4 friends that I thought I loved treating me this way. So I had to hurt you. I figured I could take the Canon Bell and I'll make you be the Malcolms to my grapes. And he pulls out a lightsaber.
I, as Paul Hogan.
Dang it.
So that's not a lightsaber. This is a lightsaber. And pull out a big old off lightsaber.
So now you know. You must defeat the final boss.
Oh, no.
Shadow Malcolm.
So if Shadow Malcolm is who we have to face off against, I don't know if Jeff Goldblum or Susan Sarandon or Carl Urban is going to be who I need to fight this boss. I don't know. I don't know who I could help. I don't.
Right.
Who could help us?
You must make a decision quick because he's charging you. He is full on Naruto running with the
Would
lightsaber
you like
behind
the
him.
randomizer?
No.
I can't fight my sweet child. I can't find it in me right now. Do I feel like he's under some kind of spell? Do I detect any?
You would have to get a
that?
closer look. But you do realize that he's not acting quite like Malcolm.
Of course not, because he's just a sweet, happy boy.
Right. So maybe if you get a closer look, but you've wasted too much time. He's in front of you.
I shine the laser in his
Tiny.
eye.
He is bringing the lightsaber down onto you.
Oh, no, I wasn't quick enough.
So I'm Jason Statham now.
Ooh.
You do have a lightsaber.
Statham with a lightsaber
Yeah.
is going to be pretty
I'm
impressive.
Jason Statham from Crank, but now I have a lightsaber. So the world has sped up substantially, and I spring into action, and I make a swipe with not dual wielding,
Right.
two-handing, and I
Right.
do an overhead chop, trying to hit Shadow Malcolm in the face.
So he was coming down on you. You're able to catch, and you do get a blade lock where you're clashed together. And you see almost an anger in him that you didn't know that was possible. But he breaks it off and comes back. But now he's open to attack. So you're going to chop back at him?
As Quentin Tarantino, I swipe back at him.
Okay. You swipe. But you just miss him.
I'm assuming that there's going to be a counterattack coming towards Tiny at this point if you missed.
Yes.
I block the counterattack with a purple lightsaber, looking up from the ground, holding his lightsaber steady as Samuel L. Jackson. Does Tiny look like a bitch?
I'm John Travolta now. I look at Malcolm and say, "Do you know what they call a quarter pounder in Paris?"
Is it?
Whoa.
It's a Royale with cheese.
Because of the metric system.
Yeah, they don't know what the hell a quarter pounder is.
Right.
They
So
call it a Royale with cheese.
are you attacking him again?
Oh yeah,
I got his.
I'm doing that as I'm saying it.
So you're able.
Mace Windu has his lightsaber blocked with his lightsaber,
Right.
so you've had an opportune moment.
We're Jules and Vince now.
You're able to connect, and you connect to his side, and you can tell it cuts into him a little bit, but he goes flying back. He's not ready to give up yet. But Dane,
As he flies back towards me, because
Yes.
I am also flying, well, hovering. I've kept it pretty low to the ground because, like Tiny, I'm not a big fan of heights.
right?
As he flies back towards me, and I see the other two running at him with their lightsabers, which I really wish I'd have gotten the memo to bring a lightsaber. But then again, I didn't get to go to the Halloween store with you guys.
Yep.
Right.
Anyway,
They sell real lightsabers there too.
They do.
so
Awesome.
I know it's the coolest store ever, and I've never been. It's in the strip mall that we record in, and yet I've never been inside.
Thanks to Disney and the NRA. The most powerful combo the world never knew they needed.
Oh, jeez.
No, that only exists in Florida.
As he flies into me, I catch him by the waist. I wrap my arms around him. I give him a sweet smooch on the cheek as I see them approaching closer and closer, lightsabers drawn, and I just whisper, "I love you, my sweet boy." And then I put the copter hat on his head,
So
and I crank it to max.
So when because he does the anime slide, like the blade slide, where he has his 2 feet out and the hand down,
Classic.
slides into you,
Yes.
and you get a little bit of a closer look at him,
Okay.
and you do realize that there is something off about him.
Oh,
His
geez.
color's a little bit off. He has like some weird like bandaging around his neck, but you're just more focused on getting him out of there.
I got to get him out of there. I got to save my
So
boy.
you do turn on the propeller hat, and he does lift up to 1 to 2 feet, hovering slightly above the ground.
That's all we need.
But he also doesn't have any momentum, but he's not going down without a fight. So he drops his lightsaber.
Can I catch it?
I mean, if you want to.
I don't have a lightsaber. I'm the only one without a lightsaber.
He pulls out.
Gross.
Malcolm would never.
But he pulls out the Highlander sword. And now he's going to attack you again. Austin, the one that prevented him before, that caused him to go feel harm. And he comes down at you, and he does connect on you. And even though it's weird because you try to block it with your lightsaber,
Yeah.
but it almost goes through it. Like there can only be one powerful sword in this fight because it's the Highlander sword.
Of course. Right when I get the lightsaber, it's
Right.
not going to work.
And it digs into you a bit, and it hurts. It almost hurts more because it's coming from what he thought was a friend, but he's stuck with Austin now. So, is anyone going to do anything?
Oh, sorry, motherfucker.
As Carol Burnett, I'll leap across the room to help my friend.
Are you in Musketeer ears? No, never mind. She was the.
No,
she-
no.
I remember Carol.
We're
Burnett.
talking old Carol
I
Burnett.
know who you're talking about now.
Leap
OG.
across the room, and I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention. So I pull out a pocket lightsaber, throw it to Dane real fast, so he's got something.
I got two now.
Yeah,
'cause I got
you have
Malcolm's.
you have Ahsoka lightsabers.
So
right?
I went
Yeah.
from no lightsabers to two
so you're like,
lightsabers.
so you got like a sword dagger combination. And I'm
Yes.
like, there you go, buddy. And then I take a swipe at Malcolm again, and I'm like, I never liked you.
A
So-
tear falls from my eye.
Sadly, you do not connect. He looks at you with a vengefulness, almost that feels comforting to know that maybe he wasn't always as nice with you. But at the same time, you just barely miss, because with him hovering 1 to 2 feet above the ground and have a sword inside of Shazam, with Shazam moving around a bit, he's a slippery little guy, you know?
Oh, he's always been a slippery little guy.
Right.
I also whispered to him, you suck at Cinderfoot.
Or is he the best at it?
Right.
Huh?
Well,
He's the only one to ever win.
so I'm
The
injured.
goal is not ever to win.
So I'm injured, and he's probably taking his sword out of me at
Yeah,
this point.
he pulls his sword out, and now he's just looking at you menacingly.
I reach into Susan Sarandon's purse, and I pull out a glass orb that appears to have a flame on the inside
Oh,
of it.
God.
Please don't.
always
Please don't.
goes
Not
good.
again.
And on the inside of this flame, that you see, just it's like crackling and glowing, and I'm like, I've had this for so long, and I've been waiting to see just what this will do. And I throw this glass orb with a flame inside of it at his head.
As this is happening,
Yes.
I lunge for the case holding the bell.
Oh.
As I lunge,
Mm-hmm.
I slice through it with one of my lightsabers, the case.
Right.
Stop me if I'm wrong.
So it's in a glass display case.
Good.
So you're gonna have to either shoot pretty high because you don't want to cut through the bell. Because
No, never. I couldn't never.
Yeah,
it would destroy your universe.
Right, tearing through an object with that much universal power would end the universe. So let's see if you're able to, in this heat of emotion that you're feeling. This is a slow motion moment almost.
Yeah.
The glass ball of fire flying through the air.
Yes.
Malcolm death-eyeing Tiny, him floating there a little bit, and you're flying through the air with a last-second split to try to go for the bell. And you're able. You come through. We zoom in on the lightsaber. It is crackling straight above. And it just barely misses the bell, but it perfectly cuts through the glass.
And as that happens, and I'm flying over it because I've cut through it, I grab the bell, I hold it up,
right.
and I whisper, "The Grapes and Malcolm are having the time of their lives in a ball pit in a 1994 McDonald's."
So as you're saying that, if we zoom back out to Malcolm, the glass is cracking on his face.
Oh, yeah,
you can see the fire starting to eat and starting to envelop the room because this is some fast-moving fire magic.
Because it's a fireball spell inside of a close quarter.
Because this is a fairly small room.
Of course it is.
As you're ringing the bell, you look back and the fire is engulfing everybody. It's engulfing Malcolm. It's engulfing the whole Grapes. But the bell rings. And the fabric of space and time is moved. And all of a sudden, you're all not in a giant fireball, but in a McDonald's in 1994 in the ball pit. But Malcolm is still mad.
Aww.
You realize that you may have moved locations, but right now there's something almost over him, making him more man or more machine, a beast of anger than Malcolm right now. But you feel like if you can maybe get another hit or two in on him, you may be able to shake him out at least, or you may have to just take him down.
Oh man, if this is the 1994 ball pit and we're in my hometown, I've got a gun still.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I found one in the ball pit. Like now, I have a gun and 2 lightsabers.
I achieve my final, most powerful form.
Well, before you can, as soon as you pop in, Malcolm whips around.
Gross.
And he pulls out a Mega Man hand cannon blaster and fires at Dane because he's angry now. He's like, I'm trying to achieve my moment. I'm trying to get my vengeance.
You were my moment, and I just hold my arms out wide.
Creed, Arms Wide Open by Creed starts playing.
Oh, it definitely does.
And it fires, and it does connect, and it hurts a lot. Almost more to you because this is your boy.
Yes.
But Malcolm's distracted, Tiny.
I achieved my final form, my most powerful form, 2023's Clint Eastwood.
Oh man, you don't know what he could actually be seeing this happen.
I leap across the room.
How?
Old man skin flaps everywhere. I grab Malcolm and I say, "Get off my lawn." And then I spit like the biggest tobacco spit you've ever seen.
Right.
And then I try to consume Malcolm into myself because to destroy him, I must consume him and absorb his power Highlander style.
So you're able to get a hold of him, and he's wiggling, he's fighting, but
He's a slippery little guy.
He's a slippery. There is almost something that like he wants to fall back into you and become one. But Shazam, he's weakened. He's held down now. You realize you have an opening to strike back and maybe get him down. What do you do?
I reach into my bag, which I realize we were never prepped on because it's just everything in pop culture that is inside of our bags.
Yes, it's almost like I came up with this yesterday while I was coming home from vacation, and I may be a little bit inebriated, but it's still fun.
So he's got Mega Man's blaster.
Yes. He almost is able to pull any he is also able to tap into the cosmic grapevine because he is still one of us.
He is made of
Right.
cosmic stuff.
He was pulled
Yeah.
into this. So he's able to pull also all the weapons and abilities from nerddom.
So I reach into my bag and I pull out a Hulk hand.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
I put my hand into the Hulk hand and I become Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. I look at him and I say, well, Malcolm, Hulk smash. And I give him one big punch right to the face with my superpowered Hulk hand.
Okay. So when you connect with him, there's almost a shockwave a la Man of Steel, Zod's neck being snapped. Like just a connective power, because this wasn't only just a Hulk hand. This was a cosmic Hulk hand that, because all of our weapons are imbued with the power of the cosmic grapevine.
Yeah.
You connect in shockwaves. And Malcolm's body just goes limp in front of you, Tiny. You feel him just droop. And he falls on the floor. And when you look down at this, I wouldn't say crumpled husk because he doesn't look dead, but he's definitely not, he didn't go to sleep. He definitely got put to sleep. So you see on the back of his neck a little chip, a la Scott Pilgrim versus the World, if anyone's ever seen that.
I have. It's good.
I have
And
not.
well, a little projection comes out of this chip on the back of his neck, and it's the head Raisin. He looks at you and says, "You may have won this time, but just remember, I was able to get Malcolm, and I was able to turn him against you guys. So, though I may have been defeated this time, I will be back."
Can I show him my old man butt? Like, can he see it?
Yes. The chip goes off. A little bit of smoke comes out of it to tell the audience that it is no longer in use.
So we let the smoke out of it.
Yes, the smoke has gone out of the chip. It is no longer good.
In the ball pit, I found a Band-Aid in the bottom of it,
Mhm.
a used one, but I put it on the back of Malcolm's neck so I can bandage up where the chip was inside.
Right.
I got to
So-
heal him.
And you realize that the power of the bell has now waned, and you are no longer in the ball pit of 1994 McDonald's, but you're back in the room.
But
the
where's
alarm-
Malcolm?
He's with you. He's
Malcolm
on
came with us?
He's on the floor. Yes, because
There for a second, thought he got lost in 94.
No.
I go into my mask's final, most powerful form, and I reach into my bag that is Susan Sarandon's purse, and I go to the floor and I cradle Malcolm's head in my arm, and I say to him in my most powerful final form, as I pulled this glass of water out of the Susan Sarandon purse, and I say to him, "Beautiful." I say to him, as Danny DeVito from Batman Returns.
It looks like you just need a cool glass of ice water.
And I just dump it on his face.
So he wakes up, panicked, not knowing what's going on, pain rippling through his body, because he was just in a fight. And he looks at you, Dane, and says, where am I? What's going on? What happened?
You're home, my sweet boy. You were compromised, but now you're home.
I need to go back. I need to go back to the sack. So as the alarm's blasting, you all cuddle Malcolm up together, and almost like walking an injured teammate off the field, you all run past the guards in a giant montage of just violence almost, but like cool violence, PG-13 violence, and get back to the van.
I'm Winston Churchill again, smoking my cigar in celebration upon entering the van.
And
I'm Susan Sarandon again, and I'm driving the van.
And I yell, "Oh no, I never fixed the van."
And
It
then I
wasn't
drive.
ever broken.
right.
Oh, okay.
Also,
And-
how did you get my keys?
And as Susan Sarandon driving the van, I start barreling as quickly as we can towards a cliff.
And the most cheesy 80s end of good guy ending music plays as we all drive off. But we know the Raisins will be back.
And we hit the cliff, go airborne, and there's the freeze frame.
The freeze frame. Of
At
us
the freeze
cheering.
frame, I'm Mr. T.
I pity the fool.
As I look to my left during our freeze frame to see my sweet boy Malcolm as part of the grapes once again in the same place, he's already off in the distance because he still had the copter helmet on.
Oh,
So he's like going off into the distance. I'm guessing because he misses his spider friends.
yes.
But a single tear strolls down my cheek.
But you also know that he's free now.
He is. That's also part of the tear. It's like half the tear is sad, but the other half of the tear is happy.
Right. And we also have the Canon Bell back.
We did it.
We did it. We completed the heist.
If we wouldn't have survived, I wouldn't have been able to go onto our Patreon website and see all the lovely people that are our patrons and that give us money. And that would have been devastating.
Right. And remember, if you are on Patreon, you will get this episode not only a day or two early, you will get it from record button to record button.
Uncircumcised.
Uncircumcised.
Yeah.
Irrevocably.
Yeah.
It's harder than you think.
To say it? Yeah.
It is. But join our Patreon, throw us some dollars. We'll maybe, once we get a couple more patrons, because we did have a couple come in, maybe we'll be able to put some more juice on there. Give you some more of that juice that you're getting for that squeeze.
Some of them fresh squeezins.
Some fresh squeezed grape juice right all over your dashboard.
And you might possibly get the rest of this jar of pickled lemons.
Dude,
We will give it to you.
I forgot about those.
Yeah, that's FOC, man.
Yeah,
Free of charge.
we will give it to you. Just give us a date and time. We will drop it off to you.
Yeah, I paid $8 American for it, and I'll just give the rest to you for free.
I actually had completely forgotten about them, and now my tummy
But
hurts.
then, but then the taste comes right
Every
back. as soon
time
as
I
you said
see that plate, I'm reminded of it. It makes me sad.
I keep pulling pieces of it out of my teeth.
Ugh. And while you're out there, just remember, when life heists your grapes, what are you going to do?
Pickle them.
Hey, everybody!
You find a gun.
Yeah.
Oh, oi.